Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Jess. I'm a cruelty-free makeup artist slash enthusiast. I just have a lot of love for makeup arts, cruelty-free makeup. I am having a lot of fun with it. I have some knowledge about it and I just want to share this with you all. So today I'm excited because I got something to show y'all, and it's the whole reason why I'm not wearing any makeup in this intro. So yeah, I got some PR from Max&MORE. I'm actually so excited to be able to test this out. I got this PR box full of stuff from their newest collection that is going to launch on the 14th of September. Everybody who lives in Europe knows that you can get Max&MORE as Action, and it's just so affordable, and it's great for students or people who are starting out with makeup, or just people who don't have a lot of budget to spend on makeup. And let me tell you, they often have really good gems in there. Action has like 1,500 stores or more in 7 countries. So if you live in Belgium, Holland, France, Germany, I think even Poland, you can get this upcoming collection starting from the 14th of September in Action stores. So this box is really filled to the brim. Let's see what's in here. So yes, all the products are laying in front of me, and the first product that I have here is a mattifying primer. It looks really sleek and it's also made of glass and it has a pump. By the way, I already suspected that there wouldn't be any moisturizer, so I already applied that. It's just my Véry mattifying primer because I wanted to keep everything in this video like at a low price point. And this is also vegan and cruelty-free, of course. As I said, this packaging is really sleek, and I like that it's a little bit hefty and that the container is made of glass. This really gives like a more heavy feel to it, and that just feels more luxurious. It has a little pump, so I'm gonna get some on my hands. It has a very chemical smell though, but as long as it works, that doesn't bother me. Oh, I don't know if it's really chemical. It reminds me of something. I think a sort of serum that I once had, or turning a little bit red, but my skin is just very sensitive to rubbing or anything. It doesn't look that matte, but probably it's going to dry up more matte. Next, I'm going to apply foundation. They don't have any concealer or foundation in this PR package, so I will not be able to test those for you guys. But yeah, I understand that it's hard to match someone to their pictures or videos online, just because we work with like light on us, and sometimes it looks just more yellowish or reddish or whatever. So to keep everything in this video at a low price point, I'm going to use a HD liquid coverage foundation from Catrice. I have the 030, that is like my match in summer. I just applied the foundation and I feel like it sits really nice on my skin. It doesn't look super matte, but it doesn't look dewy either. We'll just have to see how it wears. But yeah, so far so good. Let's move on to the next product, and that is this brow pencil. Normally I would go and do the rest of my face, but it just bothers me that my brows look this thin and faint. I kind of overplucked them in the 90s when I was a teenager, or 90s, 2000s. But yeah, we're gonna fill them in with this brow pencil. I don't have the best experience with brow pencils because if they're too hard, they like tend to be too hard for my hairs and they rip out some hairs. And if they're too soft, like they just glide all over the place. But let's see how this one works. This just looks like your standard brow pencil with the pencil on one side and the spoolie on another side. But it does have like in the cap and sharpener, which I think is really cool. And this is in the color brown, by the way. If you move the cap, it just makes the pencil sharper. Let's see. I'm going to start underneath my brow. Oh, I really like it in the beginning when the pencils are this sharp, and I think it's quite nice that there is a sharper in there because this is just gonna help keep it sharp. It glides really easy on there, so I have to be careful not to put too much pressure. I'm just gonna follow the hair growth a little bit. This was really easy and fast. Maybe I need to revisit my thoughts about brow pencils, because this has been easy to use. Let's do the other side too. So now it's like less sharp already. So I'm just gonna sharpen it. Well, it does take a little bit of effort. Try to do some hairs here. Okay, I went a little bit overboard here. I'm not that good with brow pencils, as I said, but I'm gonna spoolie through it to make it look more natural. Hey, that actually really works really well. Sometimes you spoolie through it and it doesn't do a lot except for taking away the product, but this seems to disperse the product, and I feel because the pencil is like kind of a waxy texture, it's even putting my brow hairs in place. That is really nice. So it's kind of like a pencil and wax in one. I'm gonna try with the front hairs to like get them to stand up a bit. Oh, that actually works! How cool is that? I really like this. It's not as powerful as a brow soap, of course, but it still does a nice job for like on a day-to-day basis. So I really like this, but I'm have to clean this up a little bit. I wanted to like clean up the brows with this stick, but it's in dark and I don't think this is gonna be light enough to do so. Let me see. This is a contour stick, the face contour stick. I do think that the light side is gonna be too dark for me, but let's see. So this is the stick. Not gonna lie, that contour shade seems pretty warm toned. And this is definitely not a light enough shade for me, but I could just use this as maybe a concealer on the go when I have like a little spot. I don't know. It's actually my skin tone. So not a highlighter for me, but probably when you get like the lighter shades of this, because this is in dark, you can use it for that. But then again, if this is dark, people with darker skin tones might not be able to use this, so that is not a good thing. I contour with bronzer anyway, so let's see how this applies. But first I'm going to clean up the brows with this side. I'm just gonna use a little flat brush like this for taking up the product. I don't know, I don't see any color payoff. Maybe it's because it's exactly my skin tone, but anything, it just glides and removed some of the product on my skin. I'm not liking this. Let's see if it works better. For example, if I would do it here. See, that is not a highlight shade for me, that's exact skin color shade. Okay, let's try the contour. Just gonna start here and not go too far. I feel like it's very soft, like a little bit too soft. Like it glides nicely and it probably won't dry super quickly, but let's not judge too soon. I'm gonna use this Lottie brush for contour. Actually, this is not bad, but it's definitely more of a bronzer shade than a contour shade. So if you're like me and you like to contour your face with warm shades, which is actually a mistake, but I just like the way it looks, then this will be nice. I don't feel like it broke down anything underneath. And I do have to say that that skin colored stick, it did make it a little bit more dewy here, because it's like more of a oily, creamy texture. I'm actually not too mad at this contour stick, but it definitely is not like a real contour shade. It's way more warm toned. And because it's like a very soft, creamy texture, it actually blends out so easily. So I'm actually not that mad at it. It's just that it's not like a real contour shade. And I don't know, like I'm an oily gal in my T-zone. I'm a little bit wary of products that are oily because I'm afraid that they will break down the other products and afraid that they will make me look more oily. But hey, a dewy skin finish is in these days, so just going softly with the side of the brush over here. I want to try doing a nose contour. I'm not the best at it, and I used to put it here, but actually you need to put it on there, like on there. I don't really desire a super small nose, but I like to give some dimension or bring some dimension back to the face. Yeah, as you can tell, it definitely is too warm toned, but like it's not bad. But I wonder if this is dark. Is there also a very dark and an ultra dark? Because this is not like dark enough for people with a darker skin tone than me, and I'm Caucasian, so Next up is bronzer and highlight, but I'm first going to powder my face a little bit. And I'm just going to use some Catrice Prime and Fine. I really love this, as you can tell. So this is the Max&More Bronze and Highlight Duo. This is in 505 Goddess Glow. So here is what this looks like. It's a very light bronzer. Let me see how this works on my skin. Just gonna tap in here. Yeah, it's just really light. So if you're a fan of bronzer, then I would suggest getting a darker one than this 505 Goddess Glow one. There's also a lot of kickback going on, but not gonna lie, I like this subtle bronzer, and certainly for the time that is coming, like it's becoming fall and winter, so I actually do like this. I'm gonna keep the highlighter for at the end after the fixing spray, just because I always do that. So let's go in with some blush, and this is in the shade Pink Coral. It's not that corally of a pink, but I do like it. I don't want like a fuchsia pink or a very cool tone pink. I like more warm tones. They're speaking about a glow, so I think there's gonna be a little bit of shine in this. And this is what the blush looks like. Definitely not a corally pink, even though it's called Pink Coral. So let's check it out. There's a lot of kickback. I'm gonna tap it off because I don't want a lot of this. I don't know how powerful it's gonna be, and I'm just gonna place it here. Okay, it's actually quite pigmented, so for someone like me who doesn't like a lot of blush, I like this. It's not too much. Definitely not too much, and I actually like the color. It's maybe not a really corally pink, but it's really cute. I almost forgot the powder brush. They also sent me a powder brush. It's ideal for applying a fine layer of powder. This feels nice. It does smell very chemically. Oof. I like the design though, but it is like a flat one, and like it's very obvious that it's synthetic. Nonetheless, it's soft. Let me apply some more of the powder under my eyes with it. I don't really like the shape of this. It's like quite harder to use than a round one that is a little bit domed, but I think it will just work fine for powder, as I say. I'm gonna put a layer under the eyes. Yeah, that picked up the product quite nice. It's soft on the skin. It's okay, yeah, you know. I don't expect too much of a powder brush, so this does the job perfectly. Then they sent me 2 palettes of their new upcoming collection. So now I'm just quickly going to prime my eyes with the Cut Crease Canvas by Makeup Revolution. I'm actually most excited about this palette in Pop It Up, but I'm also going to use this eyeshadow Quattro in Strike a Pose. And they also sent me an eyeshadow blending brush. This is again really soft, and this is really nice to use in the crease. Let me just start with this color as a sort of transition shade in the crease. The brush is really soft, but like the shape is, it's like in between a fluffy brush and a packing brush, so it's like multifunctional. If you're like someone who likes really simple looks, this is perfect to just pop a color into the crease, as you could tell. And I really like this warm toned brown. This is just gonna be a simple look just because I wanna give the formula a go. That actually blended out quite nicely. Now I'm going to take this shade above that one to try and blend it out even more. Oh, that one has more pigment than I thought. Okay, I see you. I'm also putting that first shade underneath the eye. And because it's like not really a fluffy brush but flat, you can really use it for this if you're not like too afraid to bring down eyeshadow a bit lower under your eye. This is the kind of brush you could throw in your purse and like just take with you together with that Quattro to just like touch up during the day. I really like that. Now I'm just gonna swatch these shimmers because I want to use the other colors from other palettes on the rest of the eye. Those are pretty nice. I might use one of them later as an inner corner highlight because here there are a lot of matte shades. Those lighter ones are matte shades and these are shimmers. I really like this shimmer. So I'm back and I just laid in the sofa for like an hour. I was waiting for my camera battery to charge because I only got one. Might want to invest in the second one. I think my hair looks even worse now, but it's all about the makeup. So I'm gonna check up on my face makeup. And let's see, I feel like my face is more matte here, but not where the exact problem is, which is my nose area, the top of my nose. Other than that, it all looks great. Only the brows, I didn't set them with anything yet. It's just the brow pencil, but I feel like it's a little bit shiny and like a little bit splotchy. It's just the way my eyebrows are. If you have thicker eyebrows than mine, this will be no problem, but for me, I feel like I need to put some shadow there or like a brow product, and I need to powder this down. So I'm going back in the Prime and Fine and just going to go over my nose. I actually really use a soft brush, but I don't really have like hard brushes. Like those are a thing of the past for me. So before I'm going to put powder down on my brows, I'm going to go over it again with this brow pencil just to be sure. Like I said, for daily life, this is just perfect. But since it's like more of a waxy texture and because it started to shine, certainly on oily skin like mine, I'm going to go over it with a bit of powder. I might use this powder here from this palette. You know what? Let's just, for the sake of this video, do it with that powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna press this on the spots where I feel like it's allowed to be the most dark and where shine will like come through the easiest. I'm not gonna place it all the way here. You could do that, but I like that it's more matte and dark at the end of the brow where I have less hairs. There, I don't think that looks bad at all. Let's deepen up this eye look a bit. I'm going to use this shade that is very close to this first shade that we used from this Eyeshadow Quattro palette. It's just a bit darker, so let's see how that translates on the eyes. So I'm going to use this shade, and I'm actually going to use the same brush for that still. This is a multitasking brush, so let's just see how much we can do with this. And I'm going to place some darkness here, just on the outside of the eye to give more like a bigger eye effect, because I have small eyes. I say this, I think, in all my tutorials. You know, this is not really a tutorial, but well, that blended perfectly together, really easy. I'm going to take that shade next to this to see how that blends out with the rest. I'm not experiencing a lot of fallout or anything either, which is very convenient if you like me and you like to do your face makeup before everything else. I'm going to add some more of this brown shade on another brush. I'm just pressing that as close to the lash line as possible. Like this. I'm not gonna do that on top. I like to do that on top, but we have an eyeliner to try out. So I also like to use mattes like these, but I don't know, maybe I need to try one of the shimmers. Let me just swatch these light ones. They seem really nice. So you have a white one and then you have like a more of a skin tone one. You could use that like here to open up your eyes. Let me just show you. But this way you can create a nice matte look. I'm just adding some more of that warm reddish brown shade and blending that a little bit more to the inner corner of my eye. I have to say the eyeshadows also build up nicely. And now I'm going in with this color again to blend out the edges. Also going on the bottom, but keeping it on the outside the most. I think I'm going to use this one as an inner corner highlight. This one has a nice shine. Actually not that good for an inner corner highlight, but it is like a warm tone shimmer. Ooh. Those look great. Only the first one seems like more of a topper. That one is not convincing me, the orange one. I'm going to take the shimmers on a flat brush. This is a flat brush by Boozy Shop. I told you I'm going to keep everything cheap in this video, so I think I'm going to use this shade here and start placing that on the outside of my eye. It's not amazingly shimmery, but it is still a cute color. I actually want to see if I can amp it up a little bit using their fixing spray. This is such a cute bottle. It really fits the whole vibe. First I'm going to try this for the eyeshadow and then for my face. Ooh, that's a nice mist. Okay, now we're talking. Oof. I love shades like these, like the warm tones and the fall. But I'm not gonna take this shade all the way to my inner corner. Now I'm going to take the shade next to it. It's okay. But oof. Beautiful. Fixing spray trick always works. Taking it a little higher. Okay, you know what? Maybe I need to give this shade a go anyway. And I'm just gonna place it on the middle part as a topper, and it's a bit on the orangey side. Ooh, a lot of fallout with this one. This kind of feels a little bit more dry. I prefer the other ones more. Taking some more of that brown shade, and I'm gonna deepen this up here. Just right above the outer corner. And the brown shade also had some fallout. This got very glam all of a sudden. On the inner corner, I'm gonna use one of these two, probably the slightest one. And I'm going to spray this brush again. Ew, this is cute. I think it looks cute. It looks like warm and sultry. But before I go in with eyeliner, I'm going to try some of these. These are makeup pencils. So it's not really an eye pencil. It's not really a lip pencil. It can be both. Like, this can be potentially very interesting. Depending on how they glide on the skin, you could also use them on your eyelids. I don't know why, but it suddenly feels like a back to school haul. I think it's because of this this packaging. Okay, so we have, these are the colors that we have. I'll first start with a white one and just see how it glides. Ooh, that's nice. I didn't have to put a lot of pressure and a lot of product came off, so that's promising. I do think it's really cool that there's also a red that is also eye safe and cruelty-free and vegan. It's also actually a cool color combo. However, I don't think I'm going to pair a red waterline with this. Then we might look a little bit vampire-y. So let's wait another month for that. And there's this pink, this fuchsia pink, a purple, a blue. There are two, by the way, that look a lot alike. Pine Grove and dark teal. So you know what, I'm first going to swatch this mineral blue color, which is like an agua shade. So you can see the other two ones next to each other. I like this. We got dark teal. I think this has like a slight bit more blue in it. And Pine Grove. This is Pine Grove and this is a dark teal. And then we have in the shadow, which seems like a gray, but I'm not sure. Yeah, this is like a warm toned gray. I do like this white, which is called Bright White. That's always nice to open up your eyes with, but I think I'm going for mineral blue today. So let's place this in the waterline. It's very subtle, but this gives just like a very, very, very subtle pop of blue. I do seem to be loving a pop of blue lately, or a pop of anything. This is really nice. I'm actually gonna bring you a bit closer. And I think I'm going straight under the lash line with this one in the shadow. They are really soft. Glide on really nicely. Just to bring a little bit more darkness back into that. I'm also going to use that for my top lash line. Actually going to swipe off the fallout because remember we put down some powder. So now I'm gonna test out this eyeliner pen by Max&More. And it says this liquid eyeliner is perfect for precise application on your eyelids. It features a soft, flexible felt tip brush. I don't really am a big fan of felt tip, but if it's flexible and soft, it might be perfect. And this is in the color black. Okay, so this is the eyeliner. It just comes in this black sleek packaging. And this is the tip. That is pretty precise, so I'm excited. By the way, I'm not the best at liner, so don't judge me. I'm going to start here in the middle. This is pretty nice and precise. Gosh, I did not expect that. So it all depends on what you like. I'm actually used to having an even softer pen all over. The thing with a harder tip is that it pulls more on the skin, and the older your skin is, the least likely you're gonna love that because it's just not gonna help with a smooth application. So I do still prefer my other eyeliner, but it is good for the price. Oh yeah, important to note is that it didn't say that it was waterproof or anything, so yeah, just be aware of that. Then we have in a gold packaging, this is a mascara by Max&More. It looks really sleek and it looks luxurious. And this is a black volumizing mascara. So this is the Max&More mascara. It has like a funny smell, a little bit like a paint smell. It feels quite wet, but it coats the lashes well. It is a very big wand though, so it's not easy for your lower lashes. I prefer a smaller wand for that. I can reach the lashes in the middle of my lower lash line, but other than that, I don't want to smudge my whole lower lash line. It's not that volumizing though. I bumped into the lower lash line a couple of times, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the brown eyeshadow there. Nobody can tell anymore. And I totally just used this. Yes, you saw that right. Me, cruelty-free makeup heaven, used this in 2020. Shame on me, but it's kind of okay if you just use a tip. So now I'm going to use this fixing spray before I use a highlighter. And like I said, this is long lasting and hydrating. On the back it says shake the bottle before use and then spray on your face from a distance of 15 to 20 centimeters and allow to dry. Keep the eyes closed during the application. Shaken and stirred. Now, yeah, you probably won't be able to see this on screen, but I'm keeping this far away from my face. This is why I don't like mascara that is still wet for a long time, because I close my eyes for this and then you get that. But we're gonna fix that later. This kind of smells like something. Plasticine or something? I don't know. Something crafty, but I don't mind at all. It's not like a flowery smell or anything, but as long as it does its job. I'm gonna wait for this to dry down before I fix my under eyes. Ooh, it has a nice finish. Feels and looks really nice actually. My skin does look so natural. This is crazy. I like it. I like it a lot. Just this. The mascara. Now, a little trick to fix this I learned from Mua is to use a spoolie, preferably a clean one though. And when your skin has dried down, softly go over there. So it's basically like a local scrub that you're doing, but very softly. So let's get some more from this palette. I'm gonna take the shade here. And some of that dark brown. I'm gonna swipe away if there's any fallout. And then it's time for the highlight. In 505 Goddess Glow. The bronzer was quite light for me, but I hope that the highlighter isn't too white. Let's see. It actually is very natural. So for that reason, I don't mind it being lighter. It's really, really natural. So I really like it actually for just on a daily. I actually even think that this would be great in the winter, as the bronzer is really light and the highlight is light and subtle. So this will be perfect. I'm actually gonna apply some false lashes and I'll be right back to do the lips. So I'm back and I applied these lashes. These are the Des Nuits Piece from the Faux Mink collection. And I do feel a little bit more like myself now. I'm actually going to reapply this makeup pencil in Mineral Blue because it got lost a little bit, and apply this more towards the inner corner too of the lower lash line, of course, like so. And then to amplify the teal or the blue, I'm going to go where I placed that gray underneath my waterline, right here. I feel like that gives a nice contrast to what is going on of warmth on top of my eye. I think I'm also gonna add a little bit more of glitter eyeshadow or shimmer eyeshadow in the inner corner. So I'm taking this quad again and I'm going to take the lower one now and I'm going like this. So this lightens up the inner corner. I didn't spray it, so it's like more subtle. And taking that top one again as well. And I swear if I didn't have the other highlighter, I would use this as a highlighter. It's so pretty. Maybe I can even add a little bit. See what I mean? This eyeshadow quattro is really multifunctional and I really like it. Like, it's perfect for day-to-day looks, and you even can use these two as a highlighter depending on what skin tone you are, of course. Then it's time for lips. And Max&More sent me these two lip liners and two matching lip products, or lippies. These two are in Dusty Rose, and this is really pretty for a day-to-day pinky look, I think. So I'm gonna try these first, but I think I'm going to end up with these two in the shade Muffin because I got like a warm eye look going on. So let's put Dusty Rose on first. So this is the first duo that I'm going to apply in Dusty Rose. It twists up, and then this is actually quite of a corally pink, and this time a really corally pink lip liner. That's cute. Thought it was gonna be more muted, but it's cute. And then the lippy. This glides on really nicely. And to tell you the truth, I'm not someone who likes to wear lipstick just because I feel like liquid lipstick lasts longer. But this just feels very nourishing, and I think it's cute. I like it. It's not like a pink. It's a natural pink, but it just gives you like that little extra oomph nonetheless. It doesn't match perfectly with the lip liner. Like the lip liner is slightly more corally, slightly more warm toned, but nonetheless I like how this looks on the lips. So I like it, but nonetheless I want to go for a more warm toned pink or nude. So let's try these two. This is the duo in Muffin. This is definitely more of a orangey nude, which I think will fit so good with the eye look. So that's the lip pencil in Muffin. And then we're gonna apply the lipstick. And I think it's gonna be quite brown. Oh my god, all the fall vibes. Don't you just love it when a lip color like elevates your look to the next level? This is just everything that this look needed. Wow, it feels really good on my lips. So yeah, let's gather my thoughts. I'm pretty pleased with everything, certainly when it comes to this price point. When it comes to the primer, I don't know if it really did anything. My nose just got greasy as usual if I don't use a primer, so I don't think it really helps that much with an oily T-zone. Other than that, the brow pencil, I would not wear it without any shadow, like any powder on top, because it got greasy. And I think it's like great to use for everyday, and you can, like, because there's wax in it, you can even style your eyebrow hairs a little bit with the spoolie. And I like that you can also make it sharper with the packaging itself. Then when it comes to the contour stick, the contour stick was way too warm toned to be a real contour stick in my opinion, but it blended out nicely, although it's kind of greasy. So if you have oily skin, think about that. I did get it in the color dark, so I don't think there is like a huge range for different skin tones, and I think that's quite sad. The contour and highlight kit that I got there is very natural. I got it in Goddess Glow or Glow Goddess, and it's like really light bronzer, but actually I like that for certainly in the colder months and when I'm getting more pale. Like, it just gives a way more natural look, certainly for in daily life. And the highlight is actually really pretty and really natural, although it's quite whitish. So yeah, keep that in mind. Possibly there are other shades available in that like little duo contour and highlight thingy they have. The blush disappears quite quickly on me, but yeah, by the way, this is from the the pink on the other side, but this is more or less how it looks. I do like the blush, but it is a little bit too pink for my taste. I like a more corally blush. Even though it's called pink coral, it was not coral at all. But yeah, it is very subtle, and I thought I needed to be afraid of the pigment, but actually builds up nicely. I also really liked this brush. They're very soft, but I prefer another shape of brush for my powder, to be very honest. But yeah, you can use this for like a blush brush too. They are soft, they are cheap, so why not? When it comes to these eyeshadow palettes, I was really pleasantly surprised. I can actually really recommend these. I just think that this shimmer here wasn't the greatest, and you do need to use a setting spray with these shimmers to get like the shimmer that you would expect from a shimmer. Otherwise they're very subtle. But I did really like the mattes as well, and the way they blended. Even the light ones had nice like pigmentation in the swatch. And this little guy, This is so multifunctional, like I can't believe it. You could even use this as a bronzer if you want on the go. And these two I add on top of the highlight and it's really pretty. So this little eyeshadow quattro in Strike a Pose, I can really recommend it. And this too, it really reminds me of like Makeup Revolution palettes in this style a while ago. I never tried those, but I actually am really pleased with this. The quality is not of that of 50 euros or dollars eyeshadows, but it's really great nonetheless for the price point, and I think they really had a nice payoff and they blended together nicely. And this is, by the way, in Pop It Up. For the eyeshadow look, I use this brush for the most part. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I just wanted to see and show how multifunctional this kind of shape is. Great for in the crease. You can use under your eye if you don't mind too much eyeshadow lower than your lash line. You can blend out edges. It's really soft. It works. Is it the most perfect eyeshadow brush ever? No, but it's really soft and it's multifunctional. So if you're someone who just wants to invest in one soft brush who can like basically do it all, then this is a nice choice. And of course, all cruelty-free and vegan, like anything from Max&More. Another pleasant surprise were these makeup pencils. They call it makeup pencils because they're both for the eyes and the lips. I didn't try them on my lips today because I had lip products, but I'm definitely going to. They slide on real nice. They were like not super opaque on the waterline, but they give like a nice pop of color. Then the fixing spray, I really like this one. It really made my skin look hydrated and natural. It did have like a funny smell, but it doesn't bother me if it works really well. And all the powder that I had put down, it just wasn't visible anymore. It's indeed hydrating. Plus I like the packaging too, it's super cute. When it comes to this eyeliner, I was also so pleasantly surprised. I didn't think I would like the felt tip because it's mostly like way too hard, but the very tip of the felt tip is like just it's flexible enough that it like easily moves across the eyelid, and you get indeed a lot of precision with it. Even though I still prefer like a different kind of tip that is kind of like a pencil, if that makes any sense, like little hairs all stuck together in a point. I feel like that just works better for my eyelids because they are hooded and a little bit older, but nonetheless I do feel like this eyeline job turned out pretty great and I liked working with it, so I'm definitely gonna keep on using it. Then this mascara. What a roller coaster. I like the packaging a lot, I like the wand a lot, but it is just too wet of a formula, and then when I closed my eyes to spray my face, it just got all over the lower lash line, and that is not a good look. So I don't like when it is wet for too long. I cannot recommend this mascara unless you really like a really wet formula, of course. The wand is pretty nice. I like the silicone brush, but it is quite big and that's also hard for my tiny eyes to get underneath, to get the lower lash line basically. So kind of a dud for me. Then the lip combos. This is in Dusty Rose and I really liked it actually. It's quite pinkish and I'm not really a person who likes pink too much, even though I like this pink light a lot. I don't like it too much on my face, but I'm growing accustomed to it, and I think it's just a really nice combo to wear on the daily, or just when you want, like when you do a very neutral look and you want a neutral pinky nude lip. This is great. But right now on my lips I have these two, this lip pencil and this lipstick in Muffin, and I am low-key obsessed. This is so pretty, and I just totally feel the fall vibes right now. It's just like a nice look that like makes me excited for fall this way, because at first it was sultry and warm, but now it's like it's on. And even though I'm not really a lipstick person, I did feel like these went on super smooth and soft, and I just feel like I have hydrated lips. To make it very simple, it just feels like my lips are very hydrated and it feels nice. I do know that this is not gonna be long wearing, and I don't have to like go and kiss my cats now because they're gonna be covered, but I do really like this color. And will I reach for it again? Yes. So yeah, everyone, I hope this video helps you like getting some insight into the new collection of Max&More that will be available at Action stores starting from 14th of September. So don't forget, they have more than 1,500 stores in 7 countries. So Belgian people, Dutch people, German people, French people, I don't know what other countries exactly, but you can all get this collection from Action. And I want to thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up if you liked this review. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell next to it to receive notifications, of course, from whenever I put videos online. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.